10 Best Cheap JDM Cars Under $10,000. Number 10. Nissan 300ZX. The Nissan 300ZX is a truly unique car, and in many cases, it's considered legendary. The 300ZX is a great cheap JDM car which comes with a 3-liter V6 pumping out 222 horsepower. I should probably mention how good these things look. In a way, they look like supercars. In fact, they have the same headlights as a Lamborghini Diablo. Although the 300ZX won't be an overly fast car stock, modifying them is fairly easy and you can make a lot of power with one. Good looks and a good engine make this an amazing cheap JDM car. Number 9. Acura Integra. The Integra is a good car in every aspect. It looks cool, is comfortable, has a massive aftermarket following, and is great for a budget build. The specific model you want to look for is an Acura Integra GSR. They come with a 1.7-liter inline-4 making 160 horsepower. Fortunately, there is still a Honda, which means it is unbelievably reliable and good for making decent power. Build the engine a bit, slap on a turbo, and you have a pretty powerful car. Number 8. Acura RSX Type S. The 2002 to 2004 Acura RSX is an amazing cheap tuner car. It comes with a 2-liter inline-4 pumping out 200 horsepower and 142 pound-feet of torque, which is very respectable for being a small engine. The RSX Type S also comes with a 6-speed manual transmission, which makes the car extremely fun to drive. The RSX has a massive aftermarket following, which is perfect for anyone trying to turn one of these into a track missile. Behind the good looks and performance, the RSX is still technically a Honda, so as you could imagine, it has Honda's amazing reliability. I'd recommend the RSX to anyone who is new to modding vehicles because of just how easy it is to work on. The RSX is also really easy to get parts for because of how common its engine was. The RSX Type S is cheap to own, cheap to maintain, and cheap to modify. It's an amazing tuner car. Number 7. Infiniti G35. The G35 is a great tuner car. The Infiniti G35 is available as a coupe or a sedan and comes with a manual or automatic transmission. The G35 comes with rear-wheel drive, which makes it a fun car to drive, and it also has a 3.5-liter V6 which makes 280 horsepower paired to a 6-speed manual transmission. The V6 in the Infiniti G35 is the same V6 found in the Nissan 350Z, and parts between them are interchangeable. The Infiniti G35 has gained a massive fan base, and it also has a massive tuning community. It may be hard to find a G35 with a manual transmission under $5,000, but it's definitely not impossible. Number 6. Lexus LS400. The LS400 was Lexus's attempt at building a V8 luxury car, and it did great. The LS400 comes with a quad-cam, 4-liter V8 making 250 horsepower. It is a great cheap tuner car, but unfortunately, it's only available with an automatic transmission. However, manual swaps are very common and fairly easy to do. The Lexus LS400 is also rear-wheel drive, so if you're looking to drift or just have a fun time driving, this is the perfect car for you. 4 doors means it's more practical than most of its competitors, and the Toyota reliability means it'll outlast most vehicles on the road. Not to mention, it looks great. Number 5. Mazda Miata. The Mazda Miata has become a true icon in tuning culture. They're small and agile, which makes them handle like a dream, and they have pop-up headlights which makes them stand out from all the other vehicles on the road. Mazda MX-5 Miatas come with a 1.8-liter inline-4 which makes 129 horsepower and 112 pound-feet of torque. The Miata is one of the best handling cars ever made, and the Miata is known for being extremely fun to drive. With a simple tune and good tires, you could make the Miata even more fun than it already is. Needless to say, the Mazda Miata is an amazing tuner car. Number 4. Subaru WRX. The Subaru WRX is an amazing cheap tuner car in this entry. I'll be focusing mainly on the Blob I WRX, but any generation WRX is a great cheap tuner car. The Blob I WRX was made from 2004 to 2005 and features a 2-liter Boxster engine which makes 227 horsepower and 217 pound-feet of torque. The WRX comes with all-wheel drive and a 5-speed manual transmission. The Subaru WRX has always dominated the rally car scene, so if racing interests you at all, this is the perfect car for you. Every generation of WRX has a massive tuning community and large aftermarket following. Something to be aware of if you do get a WRX: be careful because they're prone to blowing head gaskets. Regardless of their issues, they're great cars to modify. Number 3. Lexus IS 300. The IS 300 features a 3-liter inline-6 making 215 horsepower. But this isn't just any inline-6, it's a 2JZ. The same 2JZ found in the Mark IV Supra. So like the Supra, it is amazing tuning potential. The 2JZ is notoriously reliable, and it is able to withstand a lot of power reliably. Also, its aftermarket following is massive, so finding parts shouldn't be too much of a hassle. The IS 300 also looks cool compared to a lot of other cars of its era, but doesn't exactly stand out either. So it would be the perfect car for a sleeper build. The Lexus IS 300 is essentially a 4-door Supra. Number 2. Scion TC. The TC is certainly a unique car. At first glance, it looks like a sporty Toyota Camry, and if you think that, you aren't entirely wrong. The Scion TC is an amazing cheap tuner car. It's sporty while still being a Toyota, which means it's extremely reliable. The Scion TC features a 2.4-liter dual overhead cam 4-cylinder which makes 161 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque. It also comes with a 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic transmission. They're extremely fun to drive and they look really good too. The Scion TC was a great tuner car with a large aftermarket following and it's severely underrated. Number 1. Honda Civic. The 1998 to 2000 Honda Civic Si is one of the best cheap tuner cars ever made. It is a 1.6-liter inline-4 making 160 horsepower and 111 pound-feet of torque. It's a high-revving engine which redlines at 7,000 revolutions per minute. Millions of Civics have been made so parts are absolutely everywhere. And the Honda Civic has a massive aftermarket which makes it easy to find mods for them. An added bonus is that the Honda Civic is one of the most reliable cars ever built. It really is one of the best tuner cars ever made. Comment some more cheap cars I may have missed. And while you're down there, leave a like and subscribe for more.